Or getting some more breaking news. Government sources say that External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar likely to travel to Canada next week to attend G7 foreign ministers meeting in Ontario's Niagara region on 11 and 12 September. Canada extended an invitation to India for the G7 summit in June. Both nations reinstated their high commissioners, national security advisors, talks and free foreign office consulates also. All right, so this is what is coming from the government sources, that External Affairs Minister of India S. Jaishankar is likely to travel Canada for that G7 Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting in Ontario. Remember that a few days back, the Foreign Minister of Canada, Anita Anand, was also in India, in New Delhi. She met S. Jaishankar and Piyush Goyal. Now, of course, this is a renewed relationship between Canada and India. There was, of course, a tough time between both the countries. Now it seems that Canada and India are really working to strengthen their ties, and this is what the sources are telling us, that External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is likely to travel to Canada next week for that G7 meeting of the External Affairs Ministers of the G7 countries. So this is, of course, a new strategy which is being deployed by both the countries to come together and, of course, once again start that relationship which India and Canada had in the past. But in between, of course, there was this acrimonious relationship between both India and Canada. Now it seems that both are coming on track. Siddhant Mishra is joining us on this story, who's bringing us latest in this. Siddhant, we've earlier seen that the Foreign Affairs Minister of Canada, Anita Anand, was in New Delhi. She met External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. Now your sources are telling that S. Jaishankar is also going to participate in the G7 meeting in Canada.
Well, that's right, Arun. In fact, earlier this year, Prime Minister Modi was invited by Prime Minister Carney to attend the G7 meeting in Kananaskis. In fact, that was the first time when the leaders of the two countries met after the diplomatic row, which was started by former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. In fact, the focus was on to boost economy, trade, etc., etc. After which Anita Anand visited India. In fact, she held talks with EAM S. Jaishankar. The focus was again on trade diversification, creating more jobs, more opportunities, energy cooperation, etc., etc. In fact, both countries have also reinstated high commissioners, and in fact, there have also been the NSA level talks between the two countries. So both countries are aiming to reset ties, and perhaps now we're getting to know that EMS Jaishankar is likely to travel to Canada on 11th and 12th of November. This is for the G7 foreign ministers meet. So Canada is hosting G7 foreign ministers meeting, and EMS Jaishankar was extended the invite, and EM will be attending this meeting.
So G7's External Affairs Ministers meeting in Canada, and therefore S. Jaishankar is likely to visit there. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for putting this story into perspective. Now, moving